games like these, it's also important to look at the bans and consider the first letter of everyone's name. As you can see by the LLA, TSM. They're trying to get inside the LCS players' heads, remind them of what 06 looks like, remind them how to get to the airport on time, because they are instantly taking names here in the banning stage. Over on the other side, it's also TSM. LCS says, yup, we remember that. It was bad, but you ain't going to phase us. No, sir, not today. So let's see how the picks go through now. It's Maokai, Zac, and Anivia versus Rengar and Lulu, and what might be a Gangplank.
I am already loving what LLA is bringing out. There's like a triple flex coming out of them. You can assume that LCS is also going to be flexing these champions, but these are meta champions, or at least former meta champions. Flowers like Gangplank, come on. If that's not support Gangplank or AP Gangplank, this is too tryhard. Way too tryhard here for All-Stars. You got to give us an Ivern here. Maybe we could see more of what the LCK busted out, but who would play the Ivern and the Rengar? I want to see CoreJJ play all these champions, but we only get one of him.
Well, the nice part is technically we get 2 CoreJJs because we already got to see CoreJJ play once. So thankfully, CoreJJ is from one of the regions in LCS where he gets to play twice in one day. Because everybody can't get enough of CoreJJ right now. Between the in-houses, between the fact that he can flex around to any role in the game, between the fact that he's just a stand-up dude, like there's just not enough CoreJJ for everybody out there in the League of Legends community. Lee Sin, the 4th pick here for the LCS. What did they add to TSM? XD! That's so
XD,
good!
that's what it was!
Both teams win TSM XD! Alright, dude, I don't even care. I don't care if this game turns into some super boring farm fest where everybody's just trying to grow the best field of corn for 35 minutes. Just the draft being TSM XD versus TSM XD is already a quality game.
That's beautiful.
I love
I spent the last champ select just wondering, what was the Draven and Xerath? What do they mean? And we got it.
XD. Okay. All right. So we got a Gragas picked up for LLA, and we also got the Twitch. All right, Crumbzz, take your bets right now before we get into the game. Is this going to be old, boring, team fight properly, use Kraken Slayer because it's strong now, AD carry Twitch, or is it going to be Rat with a hat, AP?
I sadly have to tell you, I think it's going to be AD. They're all AP on the side of his team, so if you're trying to be a little bit competitive,
party.
If you're trying to win, it could be a Wizard Party. I mean, don't get me wrong, a Wizard Party is fantastic, but Magic Resistance, you saw the LCS. They're a little tryhard in there. Flowers.
Dude, who's going to be tanky on the enemy team?
Rengar. Rengar could be tank.
Dude,
remember SOFM, Tank Rengar? He made it to World Finals with that
If our players play Tank Rengar at All-Stars, I'm going to find them myself. that should be illegal.
Yeah.
If you're playing Rengar at All-Stars, I better see full lethality, solo queue, one-shot, wub-wub music, Riot, how is this legal? Win every solo queue game, 90% win rate, hands on face emoji. Anything less is unacceptable.
I completely agree. You have to do it. And if you have a Lulu on your team, you gotta go AD, right? She's the one that's making you tanky in the end. So it has to be done.
Ballistic Missile Rengar, and Lulu is the bubble wrap that the ballistic missile gets delivered in so that it doesn't blow up before it's supposed to. That's the teamwork that these 2 champions have when working together, and I want to see that Rengar going in with everything he's got. Also, with the Lee Sin and the Kog'Maw being the last pickups on this site here. So the LCS picked Kog Lulu. That's...
Yeah.
That's a little try-hard for me.
Telling you.
I hope it's a mid-lane AP Kog'Maw, and Rengar and Lulu doesn't care about him at all, and she only helps Rengar. I want to see Lulu work with Rengar, and Kog'Maw also better be using that cutesy lizard spellcasting one. I don't remember what he's called, but he's the best.
The blue one, right? He looks like a fairy dragon.
Yeah, he's like a little cute fairy dragon thing. I like him way more than all the other Kog'Maws. He's the most adorable one by a mile. It's kind of sad when he dies and his head blows off, though. That's pretty that's pretty scarring. It's like the worst death animation to have to watch ever since, what was it called? Dragon Trainer Tristana, where she gets knocked on the ground and the poor little dragon's traumatized and just crawls up next to her. There's some heavy metal stuff in this game sometimes, Crumbzz.
Okay, you know what? Speaking of heavy metal, though, I think the LCS is delivering here because it's going to be tactical playing Lee Sin in the mid lane. That is such a throwback. That is such a throwback right there. Remember the Tiamat, the hijack? This could be a full lethality Lee Sin, just all about assassinating the White Lotus.
Okay, so anybody out there who, I figure most people have probably played with a Lee Sin who's really vibing, he's feeling himself, he gets like 5 kills early on in the game and he starts to build lethality. For those of you who haven't, let's talk about lethality here for a second. Because lethality is very scary when it's rolling and he's got 7 kills and no deaths just yet. But as soon as he messes up one single time, say hello to your best, most popular, most favoritist blindfolded loot pinata you have ever met. Every time he lands Sonic Wave, if he presses Q that second time, you just bonk him with the stick and collect your 300 gold. So for Tactical, it's going to be about staying ahead of the game and not goofing.
Whoa.
Because as soon as he goofs, he's in trouble.
Look at that push-up. He's doing push-ups with his mind.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. He has like an eyeball laser or something.
Yeah, with his third eye. He's doing push-ups with his third eye. That's what I should tell my trainer when I skip the gym. Like, no, dude, I worked out with my third eye.
All right, you tell your trainer that. Tell me what he said. I'm looking forward to the response for whatever that is. Okay, so we've got Tactical in the mid lane. We've got literally everybody switched up their positions here. Broxah is the support, and CoreJJ is the AD carry. Now, CoreJJ is using Dogma instead of the Lizard one. Dogma is still pretty good.
It's
Let's see
Pugma,
how these...
not Dogma.
Oh, yeah, it's Pugma. That's right. I always just called it Dogma because he's a dog, and that's closer to the word Pog. I feel like it was a missed opportunity there. But hey, who am I? I'm just the play-by-play caster. I'm not the skins designer. Although if I was the skins designer, we would have already had Truck Driver Ornn. Tell me how badass that would be, Crumbzz. Ornn, when he uses his passive, he calls up a CB radio. When he throws out his Q and it makes that little volcanic rupture thing, it's a traffic cone. Or a stop sign. It flips a coin and chooses every time individually because this is a legendary skin. When he charges at you, it makes tire screeching noises. And when he summons his ulti, it goes her, and it's a giant semi-truck that runs you over. I don't even play Ornn, and I would buy that skin.
You know, what I love about it is not that the skin itself is this elaborate thing, but rather that it fits within the theme of an entire comp that can be like that. Because you've got the truck parts Heimerdinger, you can have the police Volibear with Riot Kale, and then the Ornn, and then you've got just everybody with alarms and cars sounding everywhere.
Yeah, it turns into Grand Theft Auto Summoner's Rift. That's what it's all about. As Alone is going for the kill on the Tactical here in the mid lane, nearly kills him off. Jose, you got to get over the wall, brother. There's the body slam for the first blood.
Oh, this mid lane is not even close. He's getting obliterated, and he's running Ignite. Poor Tactical. The experiment hours, I think, is already blowing up in his face.
Dude, the lethality is not off to a wonderful beginning here just yet. Now, Licorice has decided that he wants the crab. But unfortunately for him, their opponents have decided, no, you can't have the crab. But now they're saying, yes, we are going to have the crab. And Licorice is going in, already found himself in the middle of 4 people. That was not what you want to see your Rengar do in the bottom lane river fight. A Shadow is going to be your second kill. Tactical going around from behind, looking to find the kill onto Jose. Maybe take him down for a little bit of vengeance here. Jose with the body slam over the wall. Tactical waiting for the Sonic Wave as Jensen gets a kill on WhiteLotus on the other side of the fight. Meanwhile, Tactical still down here in the 1v2 against Jose and Acce. And can Tactical even manage to outplay this one? Nope, he's just going to have to walk it off. Ends up being a 2-for-2 game now, 4 minutes in. We are averaging 1 kill per minute, sir.
That all started because Licorice has an incessant need to feed. You got those double buffs, you just gotta give them to the opponent. They're flashing in after the roof from Maokai went through. I mean, you gotta love the commitment. The players are committing to plays here more than they've ever committed to plays in their professional career.
I love it, man. You gotta go all in. It's all about having the faith, right? It's that one. It's the thing that we always talk about on serious broadcasts, where it's like you want to have 5 guys committed to the call, even if it's not the right call, instead of having them split between right and wrong. Well, it doesn't. We don't even care if it's the right call in this anymore because these guys are just playing for blood and glory. So I just want to see 5 people always committed to the PvP call. Josedeodo swooping in, going for a little bit of damage here on to Licorice. There comes your potential stun from Anivia. Not going to hit nothing, but they're picking up the kill on Licorice either way. You know, I'm beginning to think, Mr. Crumbzz, and this is just a hunch, a little, just throwing it out into the void there, that Licorice might not be a Rengar player.
Ooh.
Just maybe.
Well, where's the evidence? What are you using as evidence for this one? Because I have seen many Rengars 0-2.
That he just gets murdered at.
Well, if he's not a Rengar player, we can take pride in Josedeodo. If he wins, it's a win for both LCS and LLA. Everyone's happy that he does well.
That's true. That's true, because we got Jose heading up here for 2021. Should be pretty exciting to see what he's got going. And now he's invading. Oh, he takes a swig. He throws him a bottle. Licorice is chasing after him. Nearly has the ferocity. Ready to go here. Gets the first stab. Going in for the second stab. But now he goes over the wall. The Comet will chase him. And the Crumbzz just bonk him in the back of the head. Josedeodo still trying to escape from Jensen here. But there's your Gangplank ulti. Oh, that was slick! Jensen with the flash so the fat man can't get over the wall. Well done, and he stops him and picks up the bag.
The mechanics there, that's what you want to see out of Jensen. Because he had Tristana, the mechanics are not that excited before, but at least this, in Gangplank, you're actually able to show off a little bit of what you think you can do on Summoner's
Wait, is that actually mechanics? That's just flashing in front of him so he can't get his fat butt over the wall.
I think that counts. That should count as mechanics. Because that's just your individual. It's mechanics that transcend the champion. Like wiggling.
Just general gameplay skill. Speaking of skill, Alone just wins the 1v1 right here in mid lane. Takes Tactical down. Boom. 1-0-3 here on the bird. Full kill participation. Only player in the game. Okay, wait, never mind. Jensen has full kill participation on his team. Only 2 players in the game got full KP.
That's a big deal.
He's smurfing.
Anivia right now is kind of a smurf. The champ is just really fun.
I know. I've seen Froggen complaining a lot on Twitter about how it's permabanned. So
right.
When the longtime mains of the champion are not happy, you know the champion's getting a little bit too powerful as WhiteLotus goes for the kill onto Broxah. Broxah's on the wrong side of the map. He's just going on the Tour de Rift, running around into the jungle here. Josedeodo moving right back up into the top lane here. Picks up the shutdown onto Jensen. Broxah with the blast cone. He doesn't get over the wall, but he still gets far enough away. He will be safe, and somehow the little Lulu stays alive.
She lives to see another day, but it's true, Flowers. When you get your champions overbuffed, you're just so sad because you had a special bond with a pick. Like, imagine if Skarner got buffed so that he must pick every single game. That literally happened during the initial Juggernaut thing when he had a 68% win rate. I never got to play him even once because I woke up 6 hours after the patch and everybody had already figured out he was broken. I never got to play one game with him on that patch. It sucked. So you want to keep them fringe. You want to make sure that they suck, that the champion stays bad, so you can always play him.
No, you got to stay like solid B+ tier. Because B+ is enough to be viable in the game, but it's not enough to put you on like the radar to get nerfed. And it also helps that Skarner's not an anime character, because that means that his play rate will stay low anyway. Like if you took Skarner's kit and put it on Yone, on Yone's appearance, 5 times as many people would play Skarner, even if it's the same kit, just because he looks like an edgy weeb samurai. But he doesn't, so Skarner can fly under the radar. See? And Anivia is pretty cool, though, but Anivia is also not an anime character, so I don't know. I think that Ice Phoenix is pretty badass, but she's also 3D.
Okay, wait. What if you put Skarner as a Yone, but imagine Yone, but he's wearing an armor that looks like Skarner?
You're just saying that Yone murders Skarners to make armor. Come on, dude. He's not Piltover. He's not Seraphine or Camille. Yone's got at least a little more honor than that as Jensen gets into the 1v1 with Acce up here on the top side. The stretching strikes don't hit nothing. Acce, you got to stretching strike the minion and then auto-attack the champion, bro.
He's not a jungler. He's top lane, getting used to taking...
But there's the Lee Sin kick. Alone has to flash away, but Tactical is still after him. Licorice wants to show up here. They're going after the bird. A little bit more damage will get him. And Crumbzz, how do you like your eggs, my friend? Because these ones is scrambled.
I love him scrambled. He waited a whole laning phase just for that. He just took abuse nonstop. Finally had the opportunity to kick the bird in. And this team is ready to wrap it up.
Oh, man. Acce's trying to bounce around and have a good time up here, but Jensen tries to fight back a little bit. Josedeodo joining the fight, making sure it's not as fair, but no, sir. Licorice has arrived. Explosive cast going to put some distance between Jose and his opponents. He's walking right on out, but now Acce's in a bad spot. But here comes the backup. Alone is not alone any longer. He will allow his ally to use his resurrection passive to come back to life, and it's a double kill for the Anivia, and the LLA have come to play.
Oh, they have just outplayed the LCS so well there. The fact that Jose actually lived, he's in every play we look at pretty much, and he's getting counter ganked, but still, he doesn't go down. The team actually ends up backing him up because the Rengar here is so close to actually making it for the kill. Right, one more jump, but then just a single auto attack. It would have been it. And then you got the teleport on Anivia. The bait that I love here, Flowers, is that he could have actually waited for Zac to die and then use it on the passive, but no. He just wanted to make sure that he get there even faster.
Hell yeah. Now, let's see what we got back in live, because it looks like the LLA is going after Shelly. They should be able to pick that one up without much interference from their opponents. You can see those little Zac blobs look so strange. I'm not used to seeing that skin because I don't see a lot of Zac. Never mind, we can't talk about silly stuff right now because we got a 2v2 in the bottom lane. CoreJJ and Broxah trying to walk it off. But the problem is, Shadow is playing Christmas Tree Maokai 1 week away from Christmas. You just can't mess with them. Dogma is trying to walk up, mark his territory on the tree. It ain't going to happen. The tree is in control, so they just got to back off. Licorice is once again down here in the bottom lane, picking up the crab this time without having to pay for it with his life, and he'll move over to the Drake. First Drake, 12 minutes in, a little bit slow on the neutral objectives, but hey, better late than never, and it looks like the LCS will pick up the first Drake here for themselves.
So you're telling me this is the nightmare that happens to dogs when they try to go on trees and then the trees strike back. The trees
just
like,
comes alive.
You tried to...
This is like some horrible dog fever dream. This is Requiem for a dog. This is not what they want to be looking at right about now. As Tactical goes for the kick, gets alone away from him, and now he'll just continue on retreating. Honestly, Tactical's done a pretty good job at stabilizing this lane after he got solo killed early on, because it was looking pretty bad. He was 20 CS down, he was up against Anivia, but he's less CS down now than he was before, and he's staying relevant, so I can respect it. He's not going for lethality. You can see the phage in the inventory, so it's not quite the full glass cannon. So let's see how this goes from there. Shelly's summoned up. They're looking to get that plate money. Shelly walked all the way just point blank up to the thing and then decided to headbutt it. Fourth plate not quite coming through, but hey, she'll take a couple of them. No big deal. Not a problem. Josedeodo. Oh my god, he's found the guy.
He's just got no choice. He's going to use his passive.
Oh, there we go. Oh, nice flash from CoreJJ to keep himself alive there. Runs the other way, away from the ulti. Trying to make them have to run through the Gangplank ulti if they want to get to him. More of those slobbery tennis balls fired off over the wall. But nobody's going to die down here in the bottom lane.
That was close. That was real close there. And then you say, we can't talk about silly things. Flowers, the game is the silly thing. Anything we talk about the game, it is. This is All-Stars. You got a wonky lineups. Every single fight that happens is already silly.
All right, let's see who's got the most going on for him right now. 3-1-3 on both jungler and mid laner from the LLA. Night Harvester completed on the Gragas. And remember, Night Harvester is a pretty unique item in that the cooldown is not universal, but rather per champion. So if Gragas hits a big 5-man ulti in the middle of a team fight, all of a sudden that ulti's doing a total of like 1,000 extra damage because of Night Harvester. The item's it's pretty darn strong. So I want to see if he can land any of those big old combos onto multiple people at once. Up here in top side, they might just make a dive. Now, Acce's tried to start this one off with a little bit of damage here with the stretching strikes. Let's see if he can manage to pick up all them little pieces of himself as Josedeodo jumps in, but a good flash from Jensen will keep him alive. Let's see if the LLA wants to keep this going. Surely the LCS has backup coming in, so they're just going to walk out on this one, my friend. They do not want to overstay their welcome. They know this is a very close, very serious match of League of Legends.
Once the play doesn't work in the first one, you just got to bail out. You got to give them some credit to know that they've called for help. You don't usually look at an opponent and say, ah, yes, they're under trouble. They're not telling anybody. Ah, yes, we could still stick around here and no help will ever come.
Of course, top lane is absolutely the lane that's known for taking responsibility for their own losses and not just typing jungle diff in the chat every game. Of course we don't need to help that guy. Oh, Tactical, that was a greedy back. You're not going to get to back there, bro. You're up against Anivia. Just going to make some snow on the ground. Acce's coming right back up here. He doesn't want to let Jensen back either. Nobody's allowed to back this game. It's practically ARAM rules. But now honestly, Crumbzz, I'm a little disappointed. Only 11 kills in 15 minutes. Not staying up to the 1 per minute level. Let's see if they can fix that now. Flashes. Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Everybody missed everything. LCS Stormtroopers. Throwing all the skill shots out there, but none of them's allowed to hit nothing. They're going to back themselves off now. Tactical and Licorice just, they'll try it again when cooldowns are back up.
You know, the beauty about it, Flowers, is that if you keep picking champions that you don't play in your role, every single mistake you make, you can always say, it's not my champion, though.
Yup. Oh, ulti from Jose finds Tactical, keeps him hanging around long enough, and there you go. Alone picks it up, goes on a killing spree here, and Licorice is just locked down in the middle of a snowstorm. Here comes Christmas! Hope y'all brought your presents. Alone picks up his 5th kill of the game, and the LCS gets caught.
They didn't give Tactical a jump. They left him to die. They could have walked up to his buddy and kept him alive, but now they're all going to pay the price.
Oh, man, and now just look at it. Broxah grabbing a kill onto Shadow, has to flash away as Shadow gets a kill on Licorice. Josedeodo trying to throw out one last Q, maybe pick up the kill onto Broxah, but he won't be able to find it.
1v1.
Oh,
1v1.
Man.
Take it. Take the 1v1, WhiteLotus.
Let's go. Let's go. It's Rat with a hat versus the Pugmaw. And it looks, oh, my goodness. That's exactly what you would expect from Rat versus Dog. As back in the mid lane, Acce's picking up the kill on Broxah. Alone, barely flying away from that cannon barrage from Jensen, keeping himself alive as Jose has made his way bottom lane. But is he ready to deal with the CoreJJ Kongmen? No,
nope.
He is just going to farm up the minions.
You know, you say this is what happens when you see Rat versus Dog, but I have seen some Rats that could take down Chihuahuas left, right, and center.
Where the hell have you seen these big... Is this like Teenage Mutant Ninja rats? What? How big are these rats, Crumbzz? Tactical's about to get himself killed, but it's not by a rat. It's by a sentient blob of stuff and a bird, but he manages to pop the passive of the Zac on the way out.
It's downtown Los Angeles, Flowers. Downtown Los Angeles got the biggest rats in the world. World record.
Oh my God, that's a big old rat. Well, let's see if Broxah can get away. Because no, I'm not even going to bother trying to make up some situation where he does. Josedeodo probably going to die here in retaliation, but I would assume the LLA is able to catch up to Licorice. Here comes the Christmas tree present. Trying to go after him and lock him down in time. It does find him on the very, very edge. Acce jumping underneath here, but remember the Zac does not have the passive to survive, so he will be picked up. 2 for 1 underneath the turret here as Shadow nearly dies to that turret aggro as well, and the LLA just keeps this game pumping. 23 kills now in 18 minutes. They heard me complaining. They heard us saying it was too slow, and the LLA boys have put the pedal to the metal, and you love to see it. They got themselves a 3,000 gold lead.
Super worth it there. And they're also going with the build that you wanted. They're going with everybody's a wizard here because the Twitch is full AP, and now he's going to take down Tactical. Oh,
Rat with the hat, fire the gat. No! Tactical takes down Shadow, and now WhiteLotus will not be long for this world. The Q misses point blank. Tactical just taunting him up, putting a little bit of style on it as they take down 2 from the side of the LLA.
I don't think we've seen Tactical land a single Q, but it doesn't matter. He can, like, watch this, right? Misses the Q, doesn't matter. Keeps fighting with the auto attacks, gets the kick, and then you're going to watch him miss the next Q. Okay. All right, here we go. Get point blank. Can he land it? Can he land it? No, come on.
You know, Crumbzz, one time in my life, I played Lee Sin in a ranked game because I forgot to trade it to someone. I went, bye-bye, Broxah. I went 1-11 and just only bought active items because I couldn't hit my Qs and I wanted to at least use some ability successfully. And I'll have you know, I have 100% win rate on Lee Sin. I won that game. And
who did you pay? Who did you pay? How much did you pay?
Hey, I am an honorable summoner, sir. I am just very fortunate that my opponents were bad. And so I won with 1-11 Lee Sin that can't hit a Q. And Tactical is missing a couple Qs here and making me feel a little bit better about myself, so that's all right.
Hey, everybody that starts playing Lee Sin is actually like that. You know, you see all those pros, you ask them, show me Lee Sin after a week of not having played him, they look just like him.
It's just like, oh no, WhiteLotus, he's stuck, dude. He realizes he's done. They're just going to stand there and let him burn away. Flashes the Team Liquid logo. Oh, I love to see it. The emote BM is the best BM, and now back in the bottom lane, it's Tactical and Broxah. They're going to get stretching struck together. Tactical's trying to come back in with something here, looking for some damage onto Shadow, but Alone just swooping in from the side, going for the stun. Tactical tries to make an outplay, but instead he's stuck in a 1v4 all day. Alone with the domination here in this game. 7-1 and 7 on the Anivia as Josedeodo throws in another Q there to pick off Broxah. 2 down on the side of the LCS to avenge their fallen brother on the other side of the map.
They are relentless here. They have just not let Broxah live. I'm pretty sure he spent most of this time in gray screens, and CoreJJ, one more barrel. Can he make it out? Yes, the dog lives another day.
All right, he manages to survive, but things are looking a little rough for our LCS friends here this game as Rat with a hat opens up on Jensen, puts a couple of shots into him. Honestly, the shots deal no damage because you're just waiting to get 6 of them and press E because it's AP Twitch. But hey, it works. He chases Jensen away, but what is this in the bottom lane? The tier 2 turret is being taken down by a Christmas tree and a puddle of spent motor oil. They'll pick another structure up for themselves. It's 4-1 in turrets, and we're taking a look at the replay.
Honestly, if you tell me that in 2020 the Christmas trees start to rebel and hurt people, I'm not going to be surprised. At this point, you could tell me anything's happening, and I'm going to believe you.
Oh, man, poor Tactical. He got stuck in a bad spot here. It's just like, all right, he's dead. And then Broxah, probably not used to being on a supports economy, normally being a jungler, right? And no, Josedeodo's just like, sorry, bro, you don't got the tankiness for that one.
She's just
all right,
so
Crumbzz,
fragile.
what's our win condition for the LCS? How do we get back in this game and stop running it?
Oh, boy. Okay, I mean, I've tried to answer this question for 10 years. I still haven't really come up with a good answer. So, I mean, I'll keep trying for you here. I think you got to get more gold on CoreJJ. You got to get him the Rage Blade here and see what he can do with the Kraken Slayer, because Lulu and Cog is the way out to beat all these beefy tanks, but they're not letting them live.
Dude! All the way from the back line, it's Acce bringing the pain, and CoreJJ is gone. Alone is godlike. Jensen is dead, and here comes Tactical. He gets the kill into WhiteLotus, and the LCS is trying to strike back. They've got a lot of brawling potential here, and Shadow's going to be cut down with Acce popping next. Alone still has mana, but Josedeodo's resources are very limited. A lot of damage coming out of the Anivia as Tactical tries to fight his way out, but the bird is way too strong. Broxah walks into the stun. He gets the shutdown, but he steps into the stun from the Anivia Q. He needed to walk back forward to avoid it, but no, the LCS is aced, and the LLA loses 3 for it and takes the victory in that fight.
They smited Broxah down. He walked into that stun, and he actually got smited from the heavens. The smite from the Gragas, because he's so high level now. He's been so fed all game. How many does he have over the Lulu? Poor Lulu. Maybe at least 3 levels, I'd imagine, because he is the most high-level member on his squad.
Oh, man, that was
3
so
levels.
close. Oh, this is turning into a fun game. I'm so glad that everybody's just doing these completely helter-skelter fights. I thought for a second that the LCS might have been able to find their win there. This is a very interesting TP.
Oh.
And, oh my God! That was animal abuse. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. Hello, PETA? Yeah,
What?
somebody just got the dog. Oh my goodness, but now the Anivia's dead as well, so a 1-for-1 trade goes well here for the LCS as they take down the massive carry of the enemy side. Yes, they lose CoreJJ, but you're willing to trade pretty much anybody 1-for-1 with the Anivia. Josedeodo swooping in from the side, grabbing a rampage kill on the Tactical as Jensen falls to Acce. WhiteLotus coming around from behind, finding the flank on the fight for the kill onto Broxah, and yet again, it's an ace for the LLA.
And the TSM spam, they've got the not only did they have Team Liquid emotes ready to spam, they had the TSM. They're so prepared, Flowers. I can't believe how prepared they are here. Usually in pro games, players forget to bind the emote wheel. It's like, oh, I didn't even think about it. But here, they've got the bans, the spelling, the emotes. They've thought of everything.
They brought their BM game, and you love to see it. Now the LLA into the Baron pit. They're making it happen with the objectives too. Oh, things are going from bad to worse for the LCS. I don't even know how you try to survive in things like this. Watch the damage. Watch the E. Hold on. Where's your health bar?
Oh. 838.
That's a lot of damage. I can see why everybody's just banning this champion, and Froggen is upset now. That's so much damage.
And it comes out so quickly.
Well, then it turns into this, and Acce just jumps in there. Dude, he's completely fearless on the Zac. You love to see it. Zac just going in. Gragas swooping in from the side to pick up a kill. And then Jensen's just all alone. Yeah, he's versus tanks, but these are tanks that have some very powerful items. And when you've got the Funfire Wind Cape, excuse me, all you have to do is just stand on top of the guy and bop, bop, bop. Watch him drop.
I feel like that
tactical. Tactical. You gonna get out, brother? This is looking a little dicey. He's trying to. Here comes, man, watching Gragas just waddle at somebody really fast is funny as hell.
No,
he never get old, and they find the stun, and Tactical's stuck. Oh no, LCS in a 4v5 for 40 seconds. Their opponent's got the Baron too. Boys, you gotta find some way to recover here because the LLA is making y'all look foolish. They're chasing them through their own jungle. Josedeodo on the side here. Might be able to find the opportunity onto Jensen, and there it is. WhiteLotus trying to swoop in there, finish him off with the E. Not quite enough to get it done. They're chasing after Broxah next. Oh no, poor little Lulu. I don't think there's any way out for you, my friend.
This Zac skin is just
with the Hex Flash.
It's like Terminator 2. He's just made out of chrome and relentlessly trying to kill you.
You try to shoot him and it just doesn't do anything. The bullet hole immediately regenerates. Yeah. Shut down onto the Twitch for Licorice, so he got in there. Oh, Broxah is on a magical quest right now. He's not going to be able to execute or anything, so he just has to keep leading these guys around as long as possible. Broxah is the taxi driver, and Acce and Shadow are just along for the ride as Broxah flashes over the wall. He still keeps leading them away. Broxah survived as Tactical looks like he might be chasing after Alone, but realizes he's better off not doing that. How did Broxah live, dude? This Lulu.
Yeah. They thought she had no flash, right? Because he baited them for so long. They're like, all right, clearly she has no flash. Why else would she be running this way? And then bam, surprise.
That is... This is a game, dude. This is a game. I'm loving it so far. This is what... If players are going to go and just have a fun time and do crazy stuff, I want to see them go all in on the craziness, and that's what we're getting this game, and I'm all about it. Let's see now if Shadow ends up getting himself caught and punished here. Licorice is in a 1v2, but remember that he has a Gore Drinker and a Spirit Visage. Ooh. The champion's able to survive and bait with a lot of extra power, as Jensen's just in the middle of 3 people. Now going to be Wild Growth. Licorice might be able to jump in if he gets the Gore Drinker back, and there it is, 2/3 HP restored, ladies and gentlemen, as Acce tries to get himself out. Passive's going to be pop, but now they got to deal with the Bloblets. Over the wall comes Tactical. Alone might be the target now. Licorice going to fall down to WhiteLotus. Tactical now just going to be shot to pieces. Look at the damage come through. Tactical surviving with the shield, but the Christmas tree gets in there. And now CoreJJ's going for a double kill. Oh, but he only gets one. WhiteLotus with the flash away to stay alive from the explosive dead dog as LCS loses 3 for 2, even in a closer fight. The LLA is still getting the better of him. Nice ulti from Jensen. He's looking to get the kill on the Anivia, and this is huge. Crumbzz, not only are they killing the bird, they're getting a side of eggs next to it. That means he won't have it for the next fight. Oh, LCS finally found a good one for themselves here.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing that you have too many eggs, Flowers. There's good and bad kinds of cholesterol. So if you can keep having a lot of healthy eggs for you, you're going to just keep trucking on.
Oh my goodness. Let's take another look at the fight here as Acce started off just kind of taking a beating, but the passive bought him some time here.
I just like to see that Tactical is actually landing some cues there to be able to connect to the team. This one misses, but it's all right. The first one that actually engaged was what mattered. And then watch that, the Maokai ultimate to get a kill. That is just a rare sight to see. You barely caught it at the top of your screen, which just shows you how few times that actually happens.
I'm actually surprised that the dog explosion hit Maokai there. It looked like he was too far away, but he still managed to get the kill. So I guess that radius is kind of a little bit deceptive. It's not like a what was the thing that it's not like the clip from like a month ago of the Nidalee spear hitting Dom when it missed by like 300 units, but it's in the same ballpark as that. Either way, LCS not giving up just yet. It's 1-1 in Drakes, and it's 30 minutes into the game. We're probably not going to see any type of a Drake soul at all in this game. I'm trying to think of what I could say I would do if there was a Drake soul in this game, because before I've said that I would eat a sock or put my tie in a blender and drink my tie or something, but I'm not wearing socks or a tie right now, so none of those options are viable. I'll have to figure out something completely ridiculous to say, but for the time being, the most ridiculous thing in this game is how much damage the LLA is able to put out. WhiteLotus with the insta-kill into CoreJJ, now going to be traded back as the LCS is just caught in the middle of everybody from the LLA. Licorice wants to stay alive here with the Gore Drinker and the lifesteal in the middle of the team fight. Jensen's off to the side. Licorice still going to be tanking up. Broxah looking for a little bit more here with the Glitter Lance. And look at the Rengar. He will not die. Nice kill coming out for Alone there, picking one up onto Jensen. Goes for the stun onto Licorice. Acce's right back into the fight. Alone goes into the stasis, keeping himself alive, but y'all are underestimating the Gore Drinker, baby. You gotta kill these champions off, or you gotta buy some grievous wounds, or else you are just gonna be absolutely drain tanked to hell and back. LCS gets a team fight.
They fought that whole time in the Anivia Glacial Storm. That's how tanky this Gore Drinker Lulu combination is. It didn't matter. He just stood there, tanked it the whole thing, has a Spirit Visage, and it all started even after losing CoreJJ, the main guy. Get to use his passive though, so that's a big value, Bucks. To anybody new there watching that's playing League of Legends, doesn't know how to contribute to the team because you keep dying, Karthus Kog'Maw, boys, pick those champions, you're always going to be useful.
So then when you die, you get to... Ah, yes, the I'm a Cutie Pie playing Scion special. Just hit 13 deaths and get maximum value out of passive.
Hey, there's a reason why many people from Dignitas feel the same way. That's actually like if you're gonna run it down, still at least
is that where it all goes back to, dude? Is this the common denominator? Is it just Dignitas gaming?
That's where it all started.
Oh my god. So I was actually going to say earlier in one of the like 7 team fights ago, but there's been non-stop fighting since, that I think the win condition for LCS is their Gore Drinker champs not getting focused properly. And we kind of saw it in that last fight, what happens if Licorice or Tactical is able to keep on going with these items. Baron's over in the pocket of the LLA again though, so once again these boys are buffed up and ready to go. CoreJJ picking up the bottom lane tier 1 turret finally. He's looking pretty strong here, Crumbzz. I mean, we've got the Kraken Slayer, we've got the Rage Blade. He picked up QSS so he doesn't just randomly get slaughtered by a hard CC. But, I don't know, they seem to really, really like killing him. Plus, they have Zac and Gragas. It's kind of hard to keep this poor little Kog'Maw alive.
It is, but then everybody else has so much magic resistance. The whole team is starting to buy it. Where you got Wit's End, you've got the Visages, you've got the Lulu there with the shields helping out, even QSS's out of CoreJJ. So I think that despite them being so far behind and losing so many fights, they've just been quietly building the items that do so well against the LLA lineup.
Dude, I love how Tactical and Licorice are both doing this, like, okay, they have a lot of burst, but their sustained damage is weak. If we build Spirit Visage and Gore Drinkers, we can manage to find a win condition. And then Jensen's just building fun items like Collector. He's like, what do you guys want from me? I built the magic resistance boot. I'm going to build damage.
The Collector might just be my favorite item in the offseason. It's just a fun name. It's a great mechanic. It looks cool.
It's a fun item until you get randomly murdered by it. You're like, wait, what the hell? But it's definitely one of the more creative ones. Let's see what happens here to WhiteLotus as Licorice is going for the kill onto him. Finds a lot of damage very rapidly. Flashes over the body slam from Jose. And Licorice with the outplay for the kill to start this one off. Acce goes behind enemy lines, but the problem is nobody else is there with you, brother. Tactical's trying to buy a little bit of time and keep Shadow and Alone close enough. Sonic Wave resonating strike going in a little bit further. Wild Growth to keep him alive with another shield chasing after him. Jensen wants to keep on going, but Alone said, boy, what are you doing? Take a seat. LCS still looking to make some sort of a move here. CoreJJ with the flash forward. Oh no, Alone might just get killed off by the dog passive right now. But a beautiful wall's gonna keep him safe while he respawns. The LLA with the outplay all day with a quadra kill for Josedeodo and an ace for the LLA.
They just outplayed them flat out. I don't care what just happened. I don't care about the champion picks. You just got outplayed. Sit down. The LLAs just styling on them. They waited so long on their cooldowns, on the patience there, and it really paid off. Okay, don't end it. Go. No. Hang on, guys.
No, they're gonna end?
Whoa. No.
Is this the end of the game right here,
this?
right now? The TP's coming in. The first Nexus turret's already down. Everybody's still dead. And look at that. Jensen, he respawns. He shoots off the ulti, but a cannon barrage ain't going to do it. They're just going to pick up some more gold, Crumbzz. They're waiting around. They want some more kills. CoreJJ and Broxah are both back alive. Alone is taking some damage here. Minions are going to end the game just hitting the Nexus. They need a little bit more here to kill these guys in the fountain. LLA playing for padding the stats. I like to see it in a game like this. Tactical trying to go back in, maybe find something, gets the kick, looks for the resonating strike, onto Alone, goes in, but a beautiful body slam interruption gonna shut him down, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the underdog upset presented by Spotify here for the LLA as they take down the LCS.
Sound the horns, they did it, and they really just seized the opportunity. The second they had the Nexus open, they just said, let's take it, let's just win right here.
That was an action-packed game. Team fights after team fights after team fights. I feel like everybody in that game got some sort of a pop-off play at some point or another. Everybody got to do something cool. We saw some sick Gragas moves. Jensen with the interruption on the body slam over the wall by flashing into it to stop it. Brox's great escape / magical journey / tour de rift just running all over the place. Licorice's somehow survival in the middle of 3 people with the gore drinker. That game just had so many good moments in it. That's exactly what I want to see from All-Stars.
That's actually true. That's a really good way of looking at it. Every single player did have a play that you'd say, yeah, you actually did something really cool. Somebody to be proud of in that game.
It was a lot of fun to see it. The LCS ends up going 1-1. So we did better than Korea. When's the last time we got to say that? Huh?
Never, actually.
We're popping off.
Well, no, MSI we did.
Wait, but the MSI where we got to the finals, we got our butts kicked.
Oh, we went farther than Korea.
But okay, let's just go ahead and toss to break. We're stepping away for a quick break, but our all-star